What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing great. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I really wasn't going to come back to the Summer Wells case unless there was an update, and there kind of was. I wouldn't say it's an update so much as it is a additional piece of information. So some of you have probably heard that, I believe it was last week, Don Wells released a letter to the kidnappers about Summer. He released it while still being in jail, and I have many thoughts. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the letter to you, and then we're going to talk. So the letter reads, "To the person or persons responsible for kidnapping Summer. Not only have you broken Summer's heart and taken her away from her mother and father, who love her very much, but you ruined her chances to become educated, ruining her life. You have also broke the hearts of her father and her mother and brothers, and in the midst of all the commotion, ruined our lives." You see, the public blames us. I don't know if we'll ever find employment again. Nobody will hire my wife, and I've been fired from a job I've had for 13 years. We may end up losing everything. When you took our little girl, you took our very lives. Why don't you give our little girl back before God's wrath descends on you? You've broken many hearts, and more, especially an innocent 5-year-old girl's heart. One day, God will hold you accountable for this crime unless you do something to make this right. Please do the right thing and turn our daughter over to the authorities. We're begging you with all of our hearts, please do the right thing. The letter is signed, Summer's father. Okay, guys, I don't know how many of you have heard other, how shall I word this, suspicious parents or even, let's say, husbands or wives, when they're talking to the public and you know there's something off, or you later on find out that they were guilty or they knew something. This sounds like something that they would write. The first point I want to make is that Don mentions Summer's education. I'm sorry, but if my daughter was missing, her education would be the last thing on my mind. He talks more about how this affects him and Candace and the boys, breaking the hearts of her mother and father and also breaking her heart. What? Like, the things that he draws attention to, and the things that he focuses on are very weird to me. And if you notice, Orson and Warren West case sounds very similar. And those parents are in jail for their murder. I don't believe that they've been found yet, but they believe that they killed them. When they came out to the public and they did the interview, the dad had his arms crossed. The lady was just kind of like going like this. You can tell when people are either saying something that they rehearsed or saying what they think the public wants to hear. And I feel like that happens a lot with these suspicious parents. I also am very interested in behavioral analysis. I used to watch the show Lie to Me, and I thought it was just absolutely fascinating. They would use it to catch criminals, and they would just study their behavior. And if you think about it, it makes sense, because lies and like all of that bad energy has to come out some way. The body can't really hold on to that. So even when you're trying to keep it in, there's little tells that will give you away. In reading several books about behavioral analysis and watching several videos on YouTube, not just about this case, but a lot of true crime cases. So a lot of times when I'm researching or thinking about the possibilities in these kinds of cases, I'm always keeping those other things in the back of my head. So the videos that I've seen about the Summer Wells case and their behavior during the day that Summer went missing and after, something is definitely up. So my personal theory that I talked about in my other summer videos actually makes me believe it even more after this letter. And here's why. I want you to imagine for a second that Candace and Don have no idea who took her. That it was a real, just complete surprise abduction out of nowhere. They don't know the person. They don't know if they still have her. They don't know if they killed her. They don't know anything about these people. And think about the letter that he wrote. To me, this letter, although it was written to the kidnappers, I think it sounds more like it was written for the public, especially the whole "May God's wrath rain upon you" or whatever. Like, look at us, we're these godly, this godly family, and we're good people, and they bring that up a lot. And I think it's to cover up the fact that they know that they're shady and they know that they've done some crazy, illegal things in the past. So it's very possible that this letter was written just to kind of make them look better. But now I want you to think about them knowing who has her. Let's say, like I said in the video, there was some things I don't even want to think about. Some renting out of Summer, and it was either a known thing that this person was going to come and get her at a certain time, but they were always supposed to bring her back. One thing that bothers me is the shed on the edge of the property. Don Wells even stated that right when he heard she was missing, he headed back to their home, drove past their driveway, and went straight to the shed. Why would he do that? In my head, this is what happened. They were supposed to pick her up either at the shed or the driveway, whatever. It's like a meeting point. So that's why he went to the shed, because that's where she was supposed to be. That's where she was supposed to be dropped off. But they never dropped her off. Now, look back at that letter and think about if they knew who that person was. And you might see it in a different way. In all of the interviews from the beginning, I'm telling you, they act like they know who it was. They act like they know who has her, and they're like secretly saying like little things here and there. But they can't come forward, because if they were to come forward and be like, so-and-so has her, they'd be like, well, how do you know that? Well, we were renting her out for dirty stuff. Honestly, don't think that Candace cares that she's gone. Everybody that has come forward has said that she was jealous of Summer. Summer was their only daughter. She was 5 when she went missing. Don had a history of SA on siblings when they were 5. If you put it all together, I think that they at least know. They know something. There's no way. I really, 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 really wouldn't bet that they have absolutely no clue. If you look back at all of the interviews, at the words that they use, it's almost like they even, like you can see it between the two of them. That they know. I mean, it was the easiest story to spin, to say she was kidnapped. Okay, like, crap. They didn't bring her back. What do? We'll just say she's kidnapped. It's basically true. But they just are leaving out the fact that they know who has her. that or they willingly gave her to someone. That's what I think, in my personal opinion. I feel like this letter only magnifies my beliefs that they definitely know something or did something. Let me know what you think. You know, do you believe like I believe? Is there maybe something else that, you know, is missing that would make that so it's not true? I really want you guys to tell me what you think with this case, because good Lord, we all know that it's completely, every conspiracy theory in the world is out there in this case. But please tell me what you think. Even if you think she was abducted by aliens, please let me know what you think. That's all I got for you today, guys. Stay safe out there and tell people where you're going and just be a kind human, okay? Peace out.